As you can see around me, I am in deck 5 of the Sky Princess, and we are at sea, but I wanted to show you this, and welcome to the ship tour of Sky Princess here in the North Atlantic. And let me get it started because there's people watching.
It's gonna be like, but nothing ever is in this life.
First of all, let me start right here. I'm trying to make sure my mic is placed in a good spot so you all can hear me. I just want to show you this map. So I am here right now. Right behind me is a restaurant, and there's not much actually to deck 5 because there's no staterooms. And then back here would be the galley for the restaurant, which are also up above us. Let's go ahead and start our tour here on deck 5, Plaza deck. Hello, me again. Here is the Soleil dining room, which is right here towards the aft of deck 5, but it's not completely in the aft. It's because the galley is actually aft. I think I can take a peek in here. We have not been in this diner. Whoa, that door is heavy. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner on this ship. At least every day we've checked for lunch. We actually came in here though yesterday and ate lunch right here. And it was a nice spot. It is aft though, but you just don't have truly aft views. You have on the side here, and look at how rough it is. But I'm gonna get out because I don't want to. They're in the process of getting it all ready. And tonight is gala dinner, which is like the big dinner. Dress up. See here if they have any kind of lobster, right? I don't see it, but I see truffle risotto with grilled prawns, seared mustard crusted tuna, Cornish game hen. Sounds like plenty of stuff. I don't know what this is, but I think it's important, and I think it has to do with, I have no idea, but it looks important. Back here, of course, there's the stairs, which the stairs on the Sky Princess are very unique, in my opinion, and maybe for all the Royal class ships and Princess cruises. But you see this set, right? That would normally seem like plenty, correct? Well, let's keep going. Oh, wait, what's this little baby step? There's another one. And there's more steps here. Now, these are the aft steps or stairways. Plenty of stairway space. Here's the other entrance into the Soleil dining room. And a peek into the plaza area here. These elevators you see here, one on each side, are reserved for crew on the aft. Not truly the aft, but the mid, I should say, the mid elevators. Let's head into the main elevator lobby here. This is the elevator lobby which contains the most elevators. There's one on each side here, just like this one. These two in this corner. These two in that corner. And again, mirror image, one on this side. Unfortunately, you have to hit the button on every quadrant, so to speak, for them to work. So if you just hit one, you're only going to light up this one area. So these two work together, which is nice. So each corner you have to light up individually. So just keep that in mind if you're waiting on the elevator that never comes. Try to walk around and hit them all. And this is peeking to where I did just record the intro kinda into the Piazza. Every Princess ship, their atrium is called a Piazza. It's very Italian. So this is peeking around the corner from where the restaurant is. Here's an internet cafe that offers great views, in my opinion, to the rough seas. There's some books in there you can use and borrow. Plenty of artwork around the ship too that I really like. So let's walk along this side. Here is the snack shop, merch shop. They have like the teddy bears. I call them the Russian dolls, or I think they're also called the babushka dolls. They have little Fabergé eggs as well. And in the actual jewelry area, they have more expensive versions of those two things as well. Here is the gelato dessert area. Across the way here is the champagne bar. So I'm passing the atrium. Let's point up at the beautiful chandelier as we walk. So this space spans 3 decks, deck 5, 6, and 7. It's a beautiful atrium or Piazza with plenty of seating. So here's Bellini's bar. It's Bellini's bar, but I call it like a champagne bar. It's not really though. It's just a bar. Tons of seating here in the center area. And again, the beautiful center Piazza area. So this right here is the International Coffee Bar and Cafe, which is open 24 hours on this ship. And I think all Royal class ships, if not all ships in the Princess Cruises fleet. You can see they have breakfast, snacks, All the food is included, and then the coffee is extra unless you have a package. They do have complimentary coffee in various locations, of course, around the ship. There's another bar over here, which is not open yet, as it is probably only 5:30 in the morning right now. It's actually about 4:30 because we sprang forward an hour overnight as we make our way back towards London. This is another great place to sit in the morning. Let's go look at this water real quick. Pretty rough out there. See, there's tons of art everywhere around the ship, which I love. And it's like cool. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of traditional, but also modern. So this is the Vines bar. This is more of the wine bar. So in this nook headed towards the forward of the ship on deck 5, we have the current commanding officers, which we got to meet them all last night at the Captain's Circle dinner. And there is in the red dress is the current cruise director, as well as all the other officers and directors, and the executive chef around the ship, the engineers, all of them. Also here is the stuff from the inauguration of the ship. Some details and mementos from 2019 when Sky Princess was entered into service. Hopefully you can see that and you can pause it and read it. There it is. That's the same captain that's still sailing on one of the captains. They're usually in pairs on ships. Over here is probably the best specialty Italian I've had on a cruise ship is Sabatini's. And I don't want to go in there because they have it set up beautifully and it's clean, but you can pretty much make out the details. We sat by the window way over there, which was nice, our second sea day, and it was really good choice and venue to spend the money. Hopefully you can make that out. Sabatini's. Here's guest services on deck 5, as well as the shore excursion desk, which a lot of this you can do all in the app and even in your stateroom. So you don't really have to come down here unless there's an issue or you just want help. Here's a beautiful spa. Now I'm not going in obviously because they're not open, but here's where they do like the hair and the nails and all that stuff, facials, and evidently they have a amazing spa, which I have not seen yet, but it is back there. And then we're here to the forward stairwells. So this is as far as you can go on this ship on deck 5. Let's go up. Their elevators are a very decent size, which I am happy for. They're old-fashioned, none of those smart elevators, which I do like a good old-fashioned elevator with the buttons inside. Here we are. It looks very similar to the deck below. They also have this on every floor of the elevators, a legend to help you just find what you're looking for, and they break it up into categories. Their staterooms are done differently here, so every floor, for instance, will have a 310, but they change it with the call letter at the beginning, which is the first letter of the name of the deck. So we're on deck 11, which is the Baja deck, so our room starts with a B. B310, for instance, would be our room on the 11th deck. So deck 6 is considered the Fiesta deck. There's also these interactive screens which you can tap your medallion, which is this. As Princess no longer uses the ship cards, they utilize medallion technology. This screen can give you info and your calendar, your reservations if you just don't want to use your app. Here's a public restroom. Over here is the adult arcade, which is open. One way through it. It's kind of like a zigzag, so straight ahead is a dead end, but if you bank to the right, you can cut through on this side of the ship, which would be the port side, and I am looking down the starboard side now. Here's one entrance into the Princess Theater. Let's pop in and see if we can take a look at that. Looks like we can. This is the ADA friendly, or the non-stair entry into the theater, which they suggest you come in on deck 7 for general seating and kind of walk down. But it's a beautiful theater. Kind of modernized as there's no upper mezzanine level, but there's plenty of room in here. They do pack you in very tight. We sat in here and everyone actually in the area got quite hot as there's no real armrest except for if you happen to be on one of these end seats that are kind of moved around. You can see they double it there, but the other ones you really have to share or give up your armrest. Not a big deal, but when you're big like me, you kind of don't have a choice but having your arms out. It just, I can't put them anywhere else. I'm not going to walk through there because they usually, if they're in there, that's right by the let's go this side. I'm trying to work on my breathing because when I edit these videos, all I hear is my breathing. So I'm holding the mic away from my mouth when I'm not talking. This is the Churchill Arcade. It's quite small, but kids aren't usually on this ship compared to other brands because this is a 14-day sailing, and we did leave from London and we went to Iceland and Norway. There were kids, but there's not a lot of them compared to other cruises. Just a small little arcade. Of course, another entry into the theater, and this takes you in through the Take 5 area, which is like a multi-use venue, but mainly a bar, kind of a meetup area in the evenings. Afternoons, people come in here and read, and it's a way to avoid the casino and the smoke if you just want to walk through the ship and not have that. It's also a piano kind of bar situation. It's a very nice bar when it's open, which they do a lot of work to open and close that because normally it's cram-packed full of bottles. Tons of touches and mementos of jazz and different kinds of music and radio kind of memorabilia. So right here is a fast way into the adult arcade or the casino. That's pretty much the end of the casino as well. And then in here we'll open up back to the Piazza. Now these are not automatic doors, but they're very easy normally to... Oh, and they're locked. So I guess I have to go through the arcade. Interesting. Or the adult arcade. But there's tons of, well, enough. You can kind of see behind me, slot machines right behind me this way, and table games more that way. So here we are on deck 6, pretty much in the Piazza or the Plaza area. I think Piazza. Here's a beautiful wall. A lot of people take photos near, but it kind of washes out your face if your camera's too close. And then on this side is the photo department. You can, of course, view your photos digitally and also do the retina or the iris photography, I should say. And there's tons of seating up here and other booths to look at your photos down there. Here's probably my favorite bar on the ship. As you can see here, you have a great view into the Piazza, which is a stunning traditional vibe, but it doesn't look old to me at all. This ship is again from 2019, and I think it looks good. This bar, I forgot what it's called. General Sips, or I have no idea. I forgot what it's called now. GS. I have no idea what it was called now. Here's some of the fine jewelry stores, watch stores here. I don't remember what it's called, but it's something Sips, if I'm not mistaken. Here, of course, are the jewelry, more of the FE and all that stuff. These two spiral staircases are very shell-like, in my opinion. And as you go up and down them, at the bottom, they have designs to make it look like there's more steps, and they would keep spiraling. And like the chandeliers remind me of water, or as Brittany pointed out, this main one, like a school of fish under the sea, which I think that's what it is actually. These all may be fish, and we're in the sea, which is kind of not cool when you think about it. But whatever, it's just a design. So here's the Future Cruise Center, which all cruise ships have this, I'm pretty sure. And you can get literature about other itineraries and then also get bonus kind of onboard money if you reserve or put some money down now. Even if you don't have a cruise in mind, they said you can still put money down, and that bonus money is good for 2 years. Kind of right here is the gist. And the Captain Circle members receive an extra benefit, which those are people who are platinum and above, I believe, in their loyalty, which for this one sailing, I am the top, but that's just because it was a casino offer. I will drop back down to a newbie on my next one. Here's the Estrella dining room, which looks just like the one below, just different theming, and it wraps around back there. No true aft views, but you do get side views. This big piece of art here. Every art and every detail does have credit posted. Even in your stateroom, there's photos and whatnot. The Estrella dining room. Boom. Let's come up here. Here's where the fine art is. The art auction. I forgot the name of the company, but we all know what they are. This is their art. This takes us back to this elevator bay here in Midship. But up here, there is still one more detail. The little heart here, which I've seen in other videos on other Royal class ships and maybe other ships in the fleet, where you can take photos with the backdrop here Or you can stand right here and have someone photograph you from down below or up above and get that shot right here, which when I pan around, you will see it. Boom, there it is. So this is what I was talking about, the little tile detail that makes it look like it is continuing like up a vortex or a shell, in my opinion. But let's go up another deck. So these solo elevators on either side here have glass views of the Piazza on deck 5, 6, and 7, and of deck 16, the Lido deck. But other than that, they're dark. So let's go up to deck 7. Probably my favorite deck.
Deck 7, Promenade.
Alright, this is where I just turn around the corner. The Catch by Rudy, the seafood restaurant is. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to walk through here because there's no other way around it. But it's a specialty seafood dining with great views. There's like a raw bar here. And you're not supposed to enter from this direction. This is where you exit. And then this right here is the Ocean Sushi, which is right above that bar that I like below us. And we've eaten here before and it was really good. It is a la carte, or you can do a $15 set menu casual dining experience. It's the Ocean Terrace Seafood Bar, and it's just in this little area. So seating can be tight, but people eat pretty quick, and it's really good sushi. Right across is Alfredo's Pizzeria, which is another casual dining, a la carte, or you can order the $15 set menu price, which usually with both venues you get appetizer, a main, a dessert, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I remember that's pretty much what I remember. But really good. We've had pizza and calzones there, but really good stuff. So let me quickly come down here because so that side was blocked by Rudy's. Here's another great view of the Piazza from up top, if I can get my camera to work. But it's a beautiful, beautiful venue, space. Let's keep going. So I'm back by the elevator bay here, headed back on, am I on the port side? I forgot what side I'm on. Again, the back upstairs in the employee elevator. So here's the medallion kind of shop. You can interact with all these screens with your medallion, and this is where they sell accessories for your medallion for frequent cruisers. Basically holders for your medallions. And the Princess Live Cafe Coffee Bar. Good morning. It's a really good bar, actually the best coffee maker on the ship. Here's another wall where they like to pose people here, the chevron bling bling. And here is the Princess Live venue space, which I enjoy. They do trivia, presentations, live music in the evenings, I think in this area. And you keep going here on the starboard side of the ship, and we are right now headed towards the back of the ship. We're entering the Crown Grill and Bar area. Really beautifully designed space back here, in my opinion. A lot of people are here in the evenings just chilling out. So the Crown Grill is the steakhouse, which is in there, specialty. The bar is open to anyone. Every bar has unique drinks, but then also the standard drinks if you want to try them all. And that takes us finally to the aft elevators, which they only go down to deck 7. You can't go below that, these elevators. And here is, what is this place called? I already forgot. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Vista, I think the Vista Lounge. It's in the aft of the ship, above the restaurants, but on deck 7. It's also a multi-function space. Presentations, comedy. That's where the Captain's Circle dinner or party was last night. Let's see if we can peek on this side. Here we go. It's a nice spot here. A lot of ships have this kind of vibe. It's really big, it smells good, clean, new. There is a bar back here when they're open, but you can come back here and read. It's quiet, good space in the day, and then in the evening it gets a little more rowdy. I think that's also technically the club, as there is a dance floor in the middle. They have this closed with this. These are one of the only areas you can get on the deck low down, and there is seating there when the weather's nice, but it doesn't wrap fully around. You can see the weather is not nice. Plenty of restrooms all over, and it is called the Vista Lounge. So we're going back all the way forward on deck 7, which we missed so far. That's where a lot of the shops are. So let's head that way. While I'm walking, one of the great things about the medallion technology, which is the thing I'm wearing on my neck, you can order stuff like what he's doing, almost any public area around the ship or your stateroom, and they will deliver it to you. There's also stairs behind these two spaces back here on deck 6 and 7, behind the bar, and then the Ocean Piazza Sushi take you down to the corresponding decks below. And here's the shopping area, the main shopping area. So you've got more jewelry, clothing, the merch store, more jewelry. Here's some of the more expensive things here. Then downstairs, they're gonna bring those out a little later into here probably. That's normally where they set them up. But they sell amber on this ship, which those of you who watch Jurassic Park know what that is. Amber jewelry. Here's some more of the babushkas, or whatever you call them, matryoshka, the more expensive ones. And they had one set up yesterday. You needed a magnifying glass to see the smallest detail on the smallest one within, you know, their cells. It's pretty cool. But tons of stuff up here to shop for. Your duty-free liquor, cigarettes. I think your toiletries are up here too somewhere if you need some of that stuff, medicine and all that. But let's go through here. I'm getting hot. Got this hoodie on. Here's the access to the main theater from above. In my opinion, it's your fastest way in and out, even when the show is over. This theater looks very similar to the theater on the Exile class ships, in my opinion. Not the design, but the setup of it. The ones with Carnival. That's a show we watched, Four Skies. It was good. So we made it back to the forward elevators. Let's just wrap around and make sure we didn't miss anything. And we didn't. It's just shops. So the deck is closed. It looks like you can go out there as well here on deck 7. So let's take a look. Well, it looks like you can get to deck 6 from, oh, okay, the aft elevators. Well, we might have to check that out, make sure there's nothing there we're missing. So here you can see everything's generally on 5, 6, 7, and then we go to 16, 17, and some on 18. Everything else is staterooms. So let's get up there out in these elements. I actually hit 18 as it has access from this elevator. I'm gonna go, I think that's just, I don't know, we're gonna go look. I think those mega suites are up there. There's only 2 suites, 309 and 310. Crazy. There's other stuff though. Let's go look. One suite up here, right here, and on the other side, that's a private area. So we're not going out that way, but let's go right here to the auto door. And it is windy and rainy, so hopefully the mic does its job. So they have a private seating area too, that somewhat private. I'm sure facing the outside of the ship, they'll have a more private than right here. That's like one of their seating areas. I think that's called a sky suite. Oh, it's... Hopefully you don't hear that, but the wind blowing through those cables. Right here is the pool for adults only. It was slightly heated the other day, but I'm not gonna risk it at all today. And there is seating down there. We'll have a better look when I get down there. But let's walk around here. And I am really cold, so I'm putting my sleeves back down, and we're gonna walk through this drizzle. But I have you on my auto track feature on the Osmo, Pocket Osmo 3, which I highly recommend those of you interested in. Even if you don't want to make content for others, just capturing yourself or your family, you can control the device through the microphone and also the app on your phone, and also position it and enable the tracking, which I can track like a hand or a face or something. And the wind is picking up, so let's go. So here's a jacuzzi. It is open. No one is up here. This is considered the sanctuary, is what they call the adult-only area, which I did not come up here yet. Oh wait, this is actually for the spa, I think. I can't go in there. But you can see, looking back, they do have towels out already and different seating stuff here. Let's walk around. I think that's it. The sanctuary is, I believe, for the spa people. It is all the rooms, sauna rooms and all that stuff. But here's looking down at the adult-only area, the pool part of it, and this upper part is also part of it, but it's a crappy day, so I'm gonna go down these steps. I will be able to enter that door down there, hopefully, and we'll go from there. I believe on either side of this pool is maybe the gym or some other places, but here's the retreat bar, which is obviously closed. And you can see the water is sloshing because we are pretty rough right here at sea. Pretty cool. Let's keep going. Get back in here. Uh-oh. Press the button. There is no button. What are they pointing at? Oh, right here. There it is. Right there. I missed it. Ooh. The ship is heated nicely. It's not over hot, so you probably could walk around without a jacket, but if you're ever going outside, get a jacket. So here's the retreat pool, the main entrance, and then the only thing right here on this deck, I think in this location, is staterooms. But I think we can walk through. So we're on deck 17. Let's see if we can get across to the other parts of the ship. So I am forward. Yeah, here we go. Here's a good snapshot of the overhead. So I'm here. So basically we should be almost to the outside part. So let's pop out here and see. This way is only staterooms, and then they also border the adult pool here. I thought it was a gym, but the gym is coming up. You can see these people have close access to the adult retreat, which is cool. I think these might be more spa-oriented rooms. There's somebody standing here. So let's go around on this side. Here we go. Oh, it's really misty. So here's the main pool areas for the public. And it's a dual pool setup. A lot of older ships kind of have the same setup. This ship isn't terribly old though, 2019, but very similar design. There is lounges in the center there, and then also hot tub there in the center, and then it's flanked on this corner by a hot tub, and then plenty of in this corner. So there's 3 hot tubs right here, and the 2 main pools. And we're looking down from 17 to 16, which is the Lido deck. Here's the good old windbreaker zigzag. So here's another jacuzzi up here if you want to brave the elements. I believe you can make them bubble. There is a button in there. I saw one of them bubbling before. And here's a jet out of the ship, which is always fun to jet yourself out, hang over the ship, so to speak, the side of the ship technically. And you can look down and even see the bridge from here. This is actually where our stateroom is down on deck 11, kind of in between here and the bridge. So we get a good, this is the port side. Remember, if you're facing the front of the ship, the bridge, port is on your left and right is your starboard. Quick way to remember is port has 4 letters, so does left. So that's how you remember. Starboard has a lot of letters, and that's the right side of the ship when facing forward. Here's yet another jacuzzi. There's something alarming. So above me is a jogging track, and we'll have to go up there in a minute, I guess, to complete a lap on that. Here's restrooms. I think I'm interrupting a crew area. They look like they're like, oh great. That's an emergency exit, so we have to go up. Let's go up. Yeah, they all scattered when I came. Who knows what they were up to? They left. So let's go. We're on deck 18, the walking track. Hopefully nobody's running behind me. I'll probably get off of the technical track as soon as I can. So now we're walking to the aft of the ship. Soccer, almost all the balls. It's all enclosed. Up here is a little mini golf, which we're gonna go through. Oh, I'm talking and y'all can't even hear me because I don't have my mic up. But we're gonna cut across up here to the mini golf, which is more like a putting green. This is probably the highest point on the ship, I think, besides forward. But here you have more of a view of things. As I was saying, that is a netted ball cage. Basketball, soccer, tennis, you name it. They got the nets and the balls. I'm gonna catch my breath real quick. You can see here, there's a few holes up here. It's kind of strange just how it's laid out though. There's no obstacles really. The floor is a little uneven, but I don't think it was on purpose. But not the best, but something to do. So I walked back down to 17 from 18, the little golf area. And look at the seas. Oh my God. Down here is 16 aft, which is technically the Lido deck where the buffet is. So what I'm gonna do as I'm getting cold, I'm gonna cut down here and start the tour of 16. So let's go. Wait, I think this might be 17 actually. Oh yeah, this is 17. This is not 16. I was on 19 for the golf. So we are on 17. This is called the sun deck area. There is a stairwell that goes down, but let's see what's this way. I think it's just more of the staterooms. Ow. Oh, this is the gym. And this will take you to the retreat pool, so the adult pool. So yeah, this side is the gym, and you can cut through. I'm not going in there. Hold on, let me tie my shoelace. All right, I'll go in there. Oh, it's really getting rough. I don't want to peek in here because if you go all the way through that way, it goes to the adult pool. But here's the weight side of the gym. So the gym is on one full side. It's beautiful. That's one of the entryways to the gym. And here's the beach club, the kids area up here. I think I can peek in here for a little bit. So yeah, we would have missed out on all this, even though I can't really see anything. The tree house, ages 3 to 7. Youth and teen, I kind of like how it's organized. Ages 8 to 12. The rules are all up there. And 13 to 17, the beach house. There you go. All right here. I'm sure each has at least one person as like a chaperone. So after this, we would be back outside above the Lido deck on this level. So yeah, we kind of did that on the other side, but so now we're going to walk through. Here's the photo studio here. Back out here, there's a coffee and a juice station behind me, which is nice. This is also where you can, I think you can smoke up here, back here. So this is 16, and this is where the aft pool is, which I've never seen anybody in this pool yet, this journey. Probably has to do with the weather, but it's sloshing too. What's cool about this pool is it is adults only until 4 p.m. So if you want a quiet pool close to the food, here you go. But after 4 p.m., families are allowed until closing. Low. And here is the aft bar here, the Wake View bar. Open early. One of the coolest things Brittany found yesterday, which we're getting near the end of our journey, was this hot cocoa machine. That has very thick hot cocoa, really good hot chocolate. And then here's a good coffee machine for people who want good coffee. And then regular already made coffee, tons of teas, milks, all that stuff. So either side will be the same. Let's cut through this buffet. I'm not going to talk though, because people might be eating already, because people are up early on the ship. They do have the silverware out here already for you. This is outdoor seating. These auto doors are weird. They open. I think they're jammed. Hello, morning. Here's a look at the grill menu. And it's called a World Fresh Marketplace, so let's walk through quietly. Hey. And they're already open. They're open early. I think it's just after 6 a.m. There's a cereal. Tons of options here. Smoked salmon, my fave. I grab and go smoothies and parfaits. So here would be the other side. You can enter in from the aft. Very similar to the first side I went to, as you can see here, with the waffles and butter and sprinkles. The vegan breakfast. English breakfast. Here's the omelet station. Alright, that was one bay of food, so let's keep going. There's a salad bar in the morning, which is nice. And here is English breakfast, which we kind of already have, but there's tons of black pudding, the toast. They have the poached eggs, fried eggs, bread pudding. Tons of options here. Here's the breakfast charcuterie. Let's keep going. I think up forward they haven't opened it yet, but they open that a little bit later as it gets more and more busy. And they will ask you if you want drinks when you sit down, and they will get you drinks, whether you want drink package drinks, pay for them, included drinks, they'll bring you drinks. Here's a pastry shop, which is also where the coffee shop is up here, the paid coffee, but there's plenty of included coffee and drinks. Also, of course, the pastries and desserts, and same thing for lunch and dinner. These are desserts in here and coffee shop. Oh no, they have it open, but see, most people, full breakfast is in the back. This is more like continental breakfast on the front. Grab and go items. So we made it back to the mid elevators. So there's 2 elevators technically in the buffet. Oh, they're sounding the foghorn. And then we're gonna walk out on this side. Here is the Swirls included ice cream. Soft serve. Right now they have just juices there. There is the Lido bar, one of them. I think there's another one. But they just started sounding the foghorn, which means it's real foggy, and they do it every couple of minutes for 3 seconds. Here's a ping pong table, plenty of seating. And here's kind of what sets this class apart. They all have this on either side, the treacherous glass walk that is quite slippery right now, I might add. I just pretend like it's not what it is. A lot of people won't do it. But it is, I'd say about 16, maybe only 12 decks up, because you will, the other deck's right way down there. But here's a good look at the pool, at pool level, the pools. And it is quite misty out here. There's a look at those suites up there, I think, or the retreat area. And here is a hamburger grill and hot dogs. I think it's called a Salty Dog. They're open for lunch and pretty late. Good burgers, I might add. Here's the menu. They cook it fresh too. It's not, it takes a few minutes. French fries. There goes the foghorn. Here's the other bar here. And they do have fresh popcorn every evening, afternoon and evening when they're playing movies out here on the screen. It's a good screen too. Here's the included pizza. So we saw Alfredo's, which is more of it's a paid pizza. This is slice and it is included. Hey guys, I think that's it. Well guys, that's pretty much it for the Sky Princess here. They are setting up for the day. It is still quite early. It is like 6:45. Almost everything's open, or at least part of it. The pools are open. A lot of the bars are open. The buffet is open. The breakfast is opening right now, I believe. 7. The sit-down breakfast. But what do you think of this beautiful Sky Princess? I really like this ship, and it's been a great home for the last 2 weeks. Have you been on a Royal Class ship with Princess? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.